We have this question right here. It's asking find the following limits if they exist, and they have given two equations right here. So let's see how we can do this. So first of all, I'm taking the a. So if I take the a, you see limit x approaches 0 and sin it to x over x. So first of all, before I approach this question, I have to show you a general formula. So a general formula that says that when limit x approaches 0, sin x over x is equal to 1. So this is a general formula. So in this case, what do we have is we have sin 8 to 8x over x, but we don't have 8 in the bottom, because in order to satisfy this condition, we have to have same number in the top and the bottom. If you see, we have 8 right here, but I don't have 8 in the bottom, so therefore I can't really solve it. So in order to get the 8, what I have to do is I can multiply the bottom and top by 8 to get it of the to make it to this format. For example, it's not only 8, whatever the number. For example, if you get 3 or 4 or 5, if you have the sign 4x, you have to have 4x in the bottom to satisfy this condition. And if you have 5x, it should be 5. So that's how it works. So in this case, to make it work, what I have to do is I have to multiply the top and bottom by 8. So let's see what happens if I multiply top and bottom by 8. So limit x approaches 0, and if I multiply top and bottom by 8, the top is going to become sin 8 sin 8x, and the bottom is going to become 8x. Since it satisfies this condition, I can write the whole thing as, I can bring this, you can do one more step to show you understand this concept. You can bring this 8 in front of the limit, and so that 8 limit x approaches 0, this whole thing is sin 8x over 8x, and then you can show 8 times 1, which is equal to 8. So this is the final answer. And then b question. B question is same thing. So it's same thing. I'll show you how to do this. So limit x approaches 0, and the question is 8x over tan 9x. So let's see how we can bring into this format. So to do that, I have to do limit x approaches 0, x over tan 9x. I can write the tan 9x as sin 9x over cos 9x. So let's write it. So sin 9x divided by cos 9x. So if you see, I continue in this side. If you see sin 9x over cos 9, so you can, as you already know, if you have something divided by in the bottom, you can flip it in the top. So I can write that one into top. Let's see what happens if I bring it in the top. So limit x approaches 0, and that's gonna become in the top. That's gonna be x cos 9x over sin 9x. Now if you see this format is, if this format is like slightly appearing right here, but it's not but it's like reciprocal of this one, but it's going to be same thing, reciprocal or whatever. It's going to be same, like for example, the, I write it in one more step to make it clear. So limit x approaches 0, so cos 9x, as I flip the cos 9x to the top, I can flip the x to the bottom, right? Sin 9x over x. So now I have, what I have to do is I have to satisfy this condition. If you see the same things right here, we have sin 9x, but we don't have the 9 in the bottom. So to make the 9 in the bottom, I have to multiply the top and bottom by 9. So if I multiply the top and bottom by 9, what will I get? Let's see what will I get. So limit x approaches 0 and cos 9x divided by 9 sin x, and like I multiply the bottom by 9, but if I multiply the top end by 9 or this x by 9, it's same thing, because this belong to this, and this means this both are same thing, like this position and this position is same thing. Therefore I can multiply this one by 9. Now I have brought this pattern. So let's maybe I can separate these two and show it like limit x approaches 0 cos 9x to show it to you clearly. If you do it straightly, it's okay, because it's not a problem. Limit x approaches 0 and 1 over sin 9x over 9x. Now I am gonna apply this boundary here, because since this whole format is belongs to 1, therefore I can say 1 over 1. So it's going to be limit x. Now I can get rid of the limit x approaches 0 by substituting these values. So if you substitute 0 for the top one, it's going to become cos 0 is 1, so the top one is going to be 1 and the bottom is going to be 9, and multiply by 1, the final answer is 1 over 9. So this is how we get this answer. I hope you guys understood this concept, and see you next time.